Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we'll be looking at association. To start with, what is association? Association is a cardinal concept in object-oriented programming that describes the relationship between two independent classes. It can be viewed as having a has a or uses a relationship between classes, where an object interacts with another object in any way. Okay, types of associations. So there is unidirectional association, then bidirectional association. So what is unidirectional association? It's a type of association where only one class is aware and associated with another class. Whereas bidirectional association is a type of association where classes are aware of each other and interact with one another. Association may also exist as several forms such as one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. Okay, so having discussed what association is, let me give you an example so that we can example code so that we can understand it deeper. Okay. Okay, so let's look at an example code so that we can understand association better. So here I've created three classes. That's the student class, student ID class, and the main class, which we will use to run all our code, and it contains the main method. Okay, so let's look at the student class. So a student, let's create fields in the student class. So uh, a student has a name, right? So it's a string. We create a name. Yeah, that's it. Then let's create methods, right? Let's create a setup method because we're using the access identifier here is private. Well, if you don't know what an access identifier is, then you can just leave a comment down below in the comment section, and then I can make another video explaining what access identifiers are. Okay, yeah. So let's just set the name. It's a public. Create a method. A setter method. It's a code. It's called a setter method. Create. Wait. Get name. Give it the data type string name. And we'll just use this keyword name is equals to name. What this line of code just simply means is that this name, this variable here, is equals to this variable here. Okay, yeah. And then let's create a getter method, public. So our getter method is a return type method. If you don't know the types of, I can make another video on methods, the types of methods, and yeah, if you don't understand, yeah, or if you don't know what methods are, I can just leave a comment down below and I can make another video, or I can just make an entire video series of elementary programming. Yeah, public and it's a string, say, say get, yeah, yeah. period. Mm. So this returns this method here returns the student's name. Okay. Yeah. So let's also add in some fields in our student ID. So a student ID has a has a number. Okay. I don't know if you understand what's going on here. Because earlier on we talked about, well, yeah, we said association is a cardinal concept in object-oriented programming that describes the relationship between two independent classes, right? It can be viewed as having a has a. Okay. So student has a student has a name and a student ID has a number. So this is a one-to-one kind of association. That is a one-to-one because a student can okay, yeah, a student has a name. So okay, yeah, let me say private and integer int since we're dealing with numbers here. We're dealing with whole numbers. We're dealing with integers. Int number. Call it number. Okay, so let's create a setter method. Public public void seven. Um, sorry, this is an integer, right? Int number. Yeah. So we'll just use this keyword. This number is equals to number, and we are done. We create a getter method for the number as well. So public. This time we're using int because we're dealing with numbers. We used a string because we were dealing with a string of characters. That's the name. Characters meaning we're dealing with letters. Yeah. Int. Okay, that's a good name. Get name. Um, number. Okay, so let's go to our main method. Right. Missed anything here. Let's see. Let's go to our main method. Let's create an object. Let's say, yeah, let's create a student object. Student, we'll call it PL. New dot student. Okay. And let's set a name. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's set a name. Oh, let me see. Here is let's see, set name. Let's set name. Set name. Say here's where. Here's your. So if you run this code, you won't get any output because we haven't printed out to the console. So for us to do that, let's first get the name and put it in the name variable, right? So sorry, we already set the name. Let's get the name and try to print it out to the console. So how we can do that? We first say system.out crazy system.out print, and let's create a message. Let's write a message to the user who's reading this. So what message can we say? So we say name, or we say first name is, then concatenate this, and we'll use the getter method now. Get name and say, oh sorry, we don't need to put anything in here. Yeah. Let's try okay, let's run this. Let's first run this. Okay, we can see here down. How can I zoom? Uh, okay. Down below here, you can see we've printed out to the console. First name is Hazel. Okay. Let's try using the student ID. Let's give Hazel a student ID, right? So we'll say, let's first create an object, a student ID object. So we'll say student ID equals to std. std is equals to student. Oh, sorry, my bad. Student ID. And yeah, let's give a, let's set the, let's use it. Let me see. Okay, so as you can see here, my bad. Let me just change this to set number. So don't be like me. Make sure you debug your code. So this code debugging, make sure you, yeah, you debug your code before you run it, right? So here, let me say set number. By default, number is 0, right? But let's give it 22. Let's just say 22,000,001. That's our ID, right? Okay. So if I run this again, yeah, there'll be no output to the console because we haven't printed out anything. This line of code here doesn't print out anything to the console, but this one here does. So what we'll do is system system system.out print, and let's give it a message. Okay. Student ID is, just concatenate this and yeah, choose the getter method. So um let's get the student ID. So we'll say PL. Concatenate this and let's print out the student ID because we've set the student ID. Now we just need to use the get. Let me show you the message. the get number method, and we print out the ID to the console. So we'll say std.getNumber. Okay, so this line of code here is simply just going to print out the student ID to the console. So if we run this, down below here, you can see first name is Hazel, student ID 22001. So this is a one-to-one relationship because a student has one name, a student has a name, right? But the cases where a student can have multiple names, right? First name and last name. Yeah, but this was just like a simple example, just to try and make you understand what association is. So if we say a one-to-many, would say student, let me give you an example, a brief example, like Java, service, okay. If you down, should have named this properly. Sorry, my bad. Let me name it and give you a good example. Let me university, say university. Okay. So an example I can give you for a many-to-many is a student a university can have multiple students, right? So one university, let's create a field here. One university is a string student, name it student. Yeah. So one university can have multiple students. And then a student can also take, this is student course, this is string, right? A student can take a number of courses, can take more than one. So one student can take more than one course. So that's a one-to-many. Should have drawn a diagram for you. All right, but leave a comment down below if you need further explanations on association. And yeah, let me give you a task. Your task is to find out the one-to-many and many-to-one and try to like code it. Try to code something by yourself. Okay. Okay, so this is like this is the end of this video. And don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Share it with your friends or your classmates if you found it helpful. And that's just going to encourage me to make more videos and continue with this video series. All right, see you in the next video.